Hello guys and welcome to Mrc-X here in a very soaking wet Styria in Austria. It is absolutely hammering it down. So this is going to be an interesting 100% race, to say the very least. But as always, it will be absolutely a bunch of laughs, as it always is, because tonight I am joined by my favourite southerner in this league. It's Mr. Kaiser Soze. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Very well indeed. How are you? How are you recovering? As many in the league will know, you're not able to race at the moment.
I'm not able to do much, mate. It's not just race. I can't even eat properly. But I'm surviving. Let's put it that way. It's not going to stop me being here in the cold, wet Styrian mountains. But I wish it did.
Yeah, it's got to have impressed everybody when they've dropped into the grid this evening. I must admit.
Yeah, do you know what the issue is though? Why I feel sorry for the rest of MRC? This bad arm that I've got, it doesn't stop my voice from working, so they've all still got to listen to me. Because I'm back on Monday as well. So, yeah.
Twice in one weekend.
Yeah, I think they're getting a bit fed up with how many Southerners we've got now as well in comms, because they got me, they got you, they got Neville, and they got Wookie as well. So
Yeah, that was I must say that was a very odd sensation the other night. Watching back one of the streamed races and hearing a voice that sounded literally like I was hearing myself talk. Yeah, it was
mate,
not me on comms.
I can't comment. No, but the thing is, he goes through 1 minute of sounding like you, then all of a sudden his accent changes and goes to mine.
Yeah, there is definitely a difference. There's moments when it was
Yeah,
literally my voice, and then moments where I was like, oh no, it's not quite there. But yeah, that was very freaky.
yeah, but then he goes into me. I can't commentate with that. I'll be like, why am I hearing myself speak? I'll probably end up calling him Steve at some point as well. But oh, hello,
This is
Vans. How are
personal.
you? That's a name. That's a flash from the past. Vans Racing. Why don't you come back to MRC? It'd be good to see you back in the league. I think Single Track was in touch with you quite recently, actually, as well. So, yeah. Um, I'm not sure how long this break is. I'm guessing this is a break for
I
everyone to
think it
get their
was,
wet
yeah,
setups on.
yeah. I think they were allowing them 3 minutes at the beginning, just to obviously get everything in place.
I think we should all just go with standard setups for the absolute laughs.
Well, yeah, it'd be interesting to know if anyone could tell us what the weather is supposed to be like, if it's a full wet or if there's expected to dry out at any point.
Yeah, it's gonna be something. That's for sure. 71 laps of this track, though. It is the shortest lap on the F1 calendar. So, yeah, it's Martin says it's going to be wet all race as well, which is
Really?
interesting.
So, what's the prediction on the possibility of safety cars then within the first two
Why?
laps?
Why would you say that?
I
Why?
have no idea. No idea whatsoever.
Because if you've stolen my curse as well as my voice, well, not my voice, but if you've stolen my curse, then I'm not going to be happy, because that curse is proudly mine and will forever be mine. I'm never giving it away. But
Yeah, no, that's solely yours. I've not had that effect on anything race-wise at
I
the
don't know if
moment,
you
so
ever
I'm not
watched that
concerned.
Tier 4 race, though, where I said a name, they crashed. I said safety car, it came out. I genuinely, you should have saw my DMs at the end. I couldn't even report them for conduct because I fully deserved it. But I've never been sworn at so many times in my entire life. One of them was by Scott, who at the time was the league manager. And he was like, I got abuse from him on his, you remember his YouTube video? I don't know if you ever watched his YouTube channel, but his race highlights were the greatest thing ever.
Was that the one where there was a whole load cut together of all the incidents and crashes throughout the entire season?
Yeah, and then you'd have a lot of
Oh,
expletives and all that.
yeah.
They were absolutely hilarious. I used to literally love it when he raced, because I just tune into that about 10 minutes after the race and just sit there and laughing my head off. That's why if I had a bad race, I was like, at least Scott's got to look forward to. But
Yeah, I remember one of those videos being posted, and when I watched it for the first time, I was absolutely wetting myself. It was absolutely brilliant.
Well, there was once I overtook him on the last lap for the win in Tier 4. And he went, well done, Connor. You... I won't finish it. But it started with T, ended with T. Had WA in the middle. But I was like, well, at least Scott loves me, eh? That's something. But no, it was brilliant. I miss Scott. Hopefully he's back. Hopefully he'll be back to full health soon, because obviously we had that charity race for him not too long ago. Hopefully he's getting there and getting back to where he needs to be. It'd be good to see him back in the league and racing again, wouldn't it? So
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So we've got a reverse grid tonight then, so that should make it interesting. Always have the guys at the back now are going to be pushing hard to get to the front.
yeah, they certainly are. I've just now realised it is reverse grid as well, so that doesn't help my brain. But there's someone's gone off at the back. Well, that was smart, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, push the limits for the...
Was that Mahmood? I think it was. I think it may have been Mahmood.
Possibly Smith.
I'm wondering, why did you have to say safety car? Why?
Well, you just repeated it right as they're lining up on the start line.
That means we're gonna get the glitch now, the safety car glitch, where it comes out as soon as lights go out. If I've just called that, then I need to leave the league. But 3, 4, 5 red lights, and we are racing. Bobo got a really, really good getaway.
Yeah, that was a flyer.
Yeah, Stoob's managed to get away okay, but there's someone that got into the back of Stoob. They're now going up the inside. I think it's Palang. He's made a very good start. He's made contact with Stoob.
Oh, looks like everyone got around cleanly though. Near enough.
Yeah.
There didn't seem to be anyone off.
Is Palang going to send it? He is. Oh, he's so nearly wiped Stoob out there. But everyone seems to, like you said, have got, wow, what a start from Ben. I'm going to call him Ben, or if not, I'm going to call him Penne Pasta, because that's what it's close to. But he's made a brilliant start in his MRC debut. He's only been in the league something like 3 days, because I inducted him in, so he hasn't been here long. But he's making an impression early on here.
Yeah, he's definitely going for it.
Mahmood's not made a good start. He's dropped back a little bit. He's down in P9 now. Saviour, what a getaway from him. I mean, not that I'm surprised because it was Saviour. But
yeah, he was up 5 positions. He's just lost out a bit to G-Star, by the G-Star. Yep, G-Star. But yeah, up 5 positions off the start there.
Yeah. That's what I'm out for cheating. Bobo, fastest lap though. What a gap he's got already, but Palang is going up the inside of Stoob into turn 1, and that's move done. Palang is into P2. He's a returning driver. We know he was quick last time he was here.
Yeah.
He's got a point to prove this time.
Do you think he'll close that gap down fairly quickly?
With Bobo, no. I think you've probably seen enough of Bobo as well. Like I know you probably haven't raced him a whole host of times, but he's definitely tier 1 level, that guy, Bobo.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what? I'm making this prediction now, ready for next season. He will finish 2nd in the championship, and he will take it to the wire with Eugenie in tier 1.
You reckon it's that close?
Honestly, if he practices a little bit more, bearing in mind he's brand new to no assist as well. Before this season, he's never driven without line before.
Wow.
And this is his pace already. He will be fighting Eugenie next season. I'm not going to say he'll beat Eugenie, because Eugenie is Eugenie, but I think he'll be fighting him, genuinely.
Yeah, well, it's going to be an interesting season next season, because I've got a feeling there's a fair amount of shifting around in the tiers based on what we've seen this season so far. And obviously some people have picked up this game and really taken to it, and others seem to have gone the other way. But yeah, I think next season is going to be interesting.
Yeah, sadly for me, I think I'm going to be out until probably potentially round 2 or 3 of next season. It depends on how quick I recover, but hopefully I'll be back. in time. Well, obviously I went back in time to claim a full-time seat, but I can be a reserve until a seat comes available because, you know, those rules apply for everyone, not just, you know. So, yeah. But Ben's just got past Stu. Stu's sort of struggling quite early on in this race. He dropped back a little bit, and then he's still got a good little gap to Freddie Olsen for now, though.
Single track's right on the back of Remax as well at the moment. He's, I think he's pushing himself forward. He's up 2 places off the start in the first 3 laps.
I tell you what, look at the side-by-side behind between, sorry to interrupt you, between G-Star and Xavier. They've been side-by-side all the way around the middle sector. Wow, that was brilliant driving, and G-Star holds on. These two having an absolutely insane battle. But I tell you what, you did say this, Palang, fastest lap of the race, he's now catching Bobo.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean he's got the half a second down already. It's been just over a lap. He's done that.
Certainly is.
I think coming out of those last 2 turning ends, I think Xavier did drop out a little bit just to obviously not go too aggressive around those last 2 turns. So he lifted slightly off his car before he went round, stepped in behind.
Yeah, interestingly though, I'm going to see something that it's so hard to, because obviously these guys won't have the DRS advantage, will they? So it's going to be so hard to get close and actually be able to make that overtake on the brakes, because you want to brake later than the guy in front, but in these conditions it's so hard to do that, isn't it, without any sort of aquaplaning or going off track or anything like that. So we'll see, but I hope for these guys that they can all get around quickly on that.
Yeah, it's been good so far. Like I say, 4 laps in now. It's terrible conditions, and everyone's still gunning it.
Are you gutted you didn't race still, or are you
you know,
quite glad now?
I'm not as sad. You know, I didn't have to drag the wheelbase out, so you know that saved me a bit of back pain.
It also means you don't have to drive around in the wet.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably saving your shoulders a little bit.
Yeah, the force feedback in a full race can get a bit much.
Can you imagine if I was on wheel trying to drive with this dislocated shoulder? That would be absolutely hilarious.
You have to use that McLaren wheel, and you can change gears with one hand.
I'll be going Fisher Price, mate. At least that doesn't have force feedback.
Oh, sorry, I'm on board with Xavier at the minute. I don't know whether... Yeah, there's Xavier, Lorcan and G-Star.
Oh my goodness, look at this. Woo, they are
they're
having a
really
bit of a time. But look at these two, G-Star and Lorpy, both side by side. I know these two are very, very good friends as well. But look at Lorpy, he's going to try and make the move up the inside into turn 7. What a move that is. Incredible in the wet. Now Xavier's having a little look at his
Xavier's got to be careful as well.
But G-Star's gone round the outside the Lorpy, but now look, now Xavier's looking round the... Oh my goodness, guys, please.
We've got Mahmood. Oh no, Mahmood's just been taken, but oh no. Mahmood round turn 9.
Don't go side by... Oh my god, they made it work. Anton, brilliant move that is as well. Okay, these tier 1 guys are... Right, Connor's not feeling great, but, you know, we'll make it scream, shall we?
Oh, sorry, I was keeping my eye then on Xavier, but because Mahmood was catching him fast as well with the battle ahead, and then Ant just came out of nowhere and took it.
But I'll tell you what, look at G-Star. No, look at Xavier, he's having a look at G-Star. Into turn 3. He's going to have the traction, but is he? Because actually, look at Xavier's exit. G-Star's exit,
Sorry, yeah,
Oh, look at these two, they've got such a run. Here goes Xavier up the inside. It's actually, do you know what? Right, I've learned from racing this track in the past, the outside line into every corner is so overpowered at this track.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like I was fighting for the lead with a driver, I can't remember who it was, but it was back in like season 7, and they kept trying to overtake me for the lead, but I would just defend using the outside line every time and get that exit and just keep the position. It's really, really strong going for the outside round here.
Yeah, I think it's only really the what we're looking at, turn 1, 2, 3. turn 4, I think, is the only one that I would consider trying to take somebody up the inside, because it's nice and tight, you get a good line out. But yeah, other than that, the rest of it's further out the better, I think.
I think Saviour may
just
get
went a little bit
G-Star.
wide.
I think Saviour may get G-Star, and I also think Ant may get Lorpy in the background. I'm going to try and cut to that after this. Is Saviour going to... He's not going to lunge it, but what's happening with Ant? He's got Lorpy. Brilliant move. So now Ant is going to be fighting with these two. Yes.
I was on board with Saviour then. I think he bit of battery usage to catch him and pass him, but then there was must have been some battery usage by G-Star, because he then just pulled away again. So it's no DRS, clever use of battery going on at the moment.
See what is interesting though? This fight for the lead now. Bobo, Palang, Ben, all within 0.6 of a second or so of each other. This is going to be absolutely insane, to say the very least. I wonder, has Palang got the straight line speed to be able to get ahead of Bobo? We know how good Bobo is. Palang is a bit of an unknown source. We haven't seen him around for a little while. Ben is also an unknown source. We haven't seen him at all in MRC. So let's go on board with him and see if we can get a front row seat of this battle. Palang's not close enough on this lap. I'll tell you what, brilliant defending from Bobo. He's parked it in the middle of the track, but I tell you what, he's run wide. That's going to open up the opportunity for Palang on the run down to turn 4. It's going to make it insanely close. Palang's using his battery. You can see by how much he's closing, but no, Bobo again. Brilliant defending from the Dutchman.
Thought he was going to try the undercut for a minute there.
Yeah, that was
sticking with him though.
That was absolutely this is it.
Your point is about to be proved. Oh.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is, if he took advice from Connor, I wouldn't go that wide.
This is going to be a bit of a fight now, isn't it?
But I'll tell you what, look at the run Palang has. This is insane. He's got it done with their contact. No, they both survived.
Any contact, no.
He has to give that position back, by the way, because he did run it off track, so he can't get the overtake done. But I'll tell you what, look at Ben!
Oh, didn't see him coming.
He's got on the inside. How are they all surviving? They're going to be... Oh, wow, they... I mean, realistically, Bobo should probably give that back as well, shouldn't he, to be honest? But, you know...
Well, maybe it was stewards who decide at the end of the race.
Bobo's new name, by the way, is Checo Perez at Abu Dhabi 2021. Sorry, that's probably not a race you want to hear of again, is it? But
yeah, sorry, I just a little bit sick in the back of my throat just then.
That's the greatest race in F1 history. Whether you're a Max fan or a Lewis fan, no, it is. Think about what that's done for F1, that one race, in terms of viewership.
Oh yeah. And the wonderful series that they produced.
It's almost like it was scripted just for that, but you know.
Yeah, almost.
Michael Massey is still the GOAT. Oh, Ben's got the move done. He's trying to go around the outside, but I tell you what, how on earth is Bobo holding on to this?
Well, Palang, I think Palang must have had an instant I missed there, but he's coming back strong already. It's from third to first on the start-finish straight.
And Bobo's still sticking it there. This is contact between Ben and Palang. Yeah, I think they've both survived though for the time being. The thing is, any sort of contact in this wet weather can really just send your car, can't it?
Yeah, or he's trying to go around the outside.
But look at this battle. This is absolutely insane. I've just realised Palang's also got a penalty. I'm guessing that's track limit. I think that's final corner. Or no, turn 1, sorry.
Armour Red looks to have had a moment back on track. Lost an end plate by the looks of it.
Interestingly though, I'm going to try and cut away from that battle for the lead for a minute, because it looks like we've got a little battle starting to form now between Single Track and Freddie Olsen. Single Track looks like he's very quick today. He looks really on it. Freddie Olsen's starting to claw back Stube a little bit as well here, so...
Still some pretty close battles going on, which is nice to see.
Yeah,
so this lasts into the remaining 60 laps.
Yeah, YouTube chat, get involved, talk to me and Steve. Say
Yeah,
hello, leave a like.
how many people do we have?
We have 6.
And I've just put a like on and that's the first one.
That is an
Like and
absolute
share.
disgrace because I've just made it number 2. So come on, guys, leave a like. If you don't leave a
Yeah.
like, then you are a fan of either Lewis Hamilton or Max Verstappen, because I know that whichever person, no. So if you're a Lewis Hamilton fan, that now makes you a Verstappen fan. If you're a Verstappen fan, you're now a Hamilton fan if you don't leave a like. So yeah. Sorry, guys.
Bit of movement around the 8th, 9th and 10th. I think Saviour's just gone past and G-Star or vice versa. There was a call it right at the end.
I tell you what though, these guys are starting to hinder each other a little bit here because they're actually falling away a little bit from the pack ahead. So these guys fighting so hard is really actually hurting them more than helping them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, need to work together.
Yeah. The thing is, they don't have a DRS to drag each other along with either, so it's just like, well, you know, human centipede. But, yeah, all good fun.
I'm thinking whether or not it'd be worth at this stage even considering jumping into certain inters, because I can see it's raining hard still, but there's this definite line around the circuit which doesn't really look too bad.
I will say the spray's not as strong as it was as well. I remember seeing the spray on the formation lap and that was crazy. Now it doesn't look so bad now, I will say that. But I tell you what, Stube is the man who's performing a little bit of a train now, but especially when you've got Saviour now, who's obviously just outside 1 second of Womax as well. You've got a train now from Stube all the way down to P10 in G-Star, so...
Single track's about to make a move on 3D.
Yeah, he certainly is. He's going to go up the inside, but I think Freddie's going to hold on to this with that outside line unless single track performance. No, he's got it done. Very, very good on the exit from single track there. I'll tell you what, he's got some pace in that car today, single track.
Yeah, he's at 4 positions now.
Yeah.
In the start, so he's having a good run at the moment. It's been very clean, just making moves when it's possible.
Yeah, he's really been strong today. He's looking like he's got a bit of confidence in these conditions, so let's see what he can get done. Womax also now, he's actually pressuring. I see what, Freddie Olsen's just run really wide. So have a look at this battle for the lead.
Pressure.
But I'll tell you what, this battle for the lead sort of settled down a bit now. Palang and Ben aren't really pressuring Bobo as much anymore, but I'll tell you what, Ben is pressuring Palang. He's going to have a little look for P2. He's not. That's out.
So he was on a push, just done the fastest lap of the race.
He is. He's probably trying to I'll tell you what, he's going to make a move on Womax as well. But no, sorry, Womax is going on Freddie Olsen. And Sadie's got up the inside of him at the exact same time.
Yeah. Just 2 there. Unfortunate, but not a lot you could do about that, really.
No, there certainly isn't. But, you know, he's just got to keep going. He's had a good race so far, Freddie, so it's just about holding on.
Well, he's definitely holding on.
He is for now, yeah, that's for sure. But I tell you what, Bobo is starting to actually build a gap for these guys now. It was 4 tenths, it's now up to 6. He's flying at the minute, Bobo.
Stuck on board at the moment with Prix. He's reached the, I think Saviour just had a bit of a moment coming out of 7.
Yeah.
And a little bit wide, and now Prix right back on his gearbox again. It looks like he's got fairly good traction at the moment.
Won't be too happy about that then at the minute for me, but he will hopefully be able to get on the back of him quite quickly.
Thanks right there as well, ready to make a move.
He is next up for Freddie, and I think what he's going to get it done. Have you noticed how everyone's using, I know Ant has obviously tried to recreate a Brawn there, but have you noticed how like a lot of people are using like the Brawn wheel plate kind of thing?
Oh yeah.
It's really annoying. No, it's just on some, like on the actual Brawn it's okay, but like on every car it looks a bit hideous.
Yeah.
But I will say, and I will give a little shout out to everyone here, in MRC, because usually I'm a very grumpy guy when it comes to this. It's good to see a lot of people making effort with other groups this week.
Yeah, there's a lot more activity, wasn't there?
No, I mean, like, if you look, Carl's actually recreated a papaya McLaren. That's quite nice. I probably should be looking at that now while there's battles happening, because I tell you what, Ben's just got past Palang, he's going there side by side into turn 1, and Ben's got it done. I tell you what, Single Track's just got Stube as well, I think, down to turn 1. But I think Ben's going to have the run. I think he's going to be able to hold off Palang here as well. I don't think Palang's going to be close enough, he's not. I think Palang is really starting to struggle, you know.
I mean, from 4th down at the moment, 4th to 7th, are all in a real close little tussle. Oh, close little tussle.
So close, yeah, look at that. They were nearly 4 wide there, but they were going in lines of 2.
Got a bit traction at that corner as well.
Yeah, I think, I think going up the inside into turn 3 is probably the worst. Oh, there's contact between Single Track and Stu. Just about survived the pair of them though. I think Stu went a little bit deep and it kind of he just kind of nudged. I'll tell you what, Ben's taking the lead from Bobo.
Coming out of turn 8, sorry.
Yeah, that's weird. I wonder if Bobo had a moment, because that's a pretty weird place to make an overtake, especially when the gap was about 7 seconds, about 2 corners before. What's happened?
So literally, I'm just looking on board with people, and I've just seen Ben come out of turn 10, and yeah, very twitchy. Oh, sorry, just got.
I've just seen Palang's made take on Bobo as well. Yeah,
that was pretty clean. I was on board with Bobo at that point.
But Bobo's now coming back at him. He's gonna see. I like the line that he's taken there. He's gone for the cutback. He knows that Palang is going to get a slightly worse exit, but Palang goes instantly defensive, which is quite interesting. I really am quite proud of how everyone is sort of playing mind games with each other in these conditions. These guys have the confidence to do that, which is quite a scary thing if you're racing this week. Obviously, I'm lucky enough to not be racing these guys because they're all way cleverer than me. But yeah,
it's yeah. I'm quite impressed with the overall racing. Excuse me, the overall racing skill at the moment as well, because we're 16 laps in, nothing's happened but people racing around the track, which is great.
I'm also very impressed with the fact that we haven't had a safety car yet, and we are 16 laps in. So.
Yeah, see, you said it again, live during the race.
Oh god, now there's yellow flags as well. As I said it, yellow flags came out, and when you were saying that, I was like, please no. For the love of God. But we survived.
There's some crazy close battles going on here, from all the way down to 9th place at the moment. It's so close.
Tell you what, Stube is defending absolutely brilliantly, but I don't think he's going to be able to keep Xavier behind him for very long, if I'm honest. I think Xavier's going to have this done and dusted. He is, even Stube's not going to get it. Actually, I tell you what, look at that exit from Stube. That's absolutely insane. Told you, the outside is the way. What a move this could be from Stube, though. He went a bit too wide. He hit the curb and it cost him. See, why don't Connor should become a race advisor? That's what I should be. I think I'll hang up my gloves from racing and just become an advisor for everyone. I'm literally what happened?
Sorry, Stube nearly lost the rear end then. Sorry, coming out of coming out of 8. Very big slide. Almost rally driving around that corner.
Womack has just run really wide as well. Sorry to interrupt you, but I tell you what, look how quick Xavier has caught the back of Palang's taking the lead. What happened to Ben? Ben's dropped to 3rd. He's gone wide. He's had a mistake at turn 1.
Too busy looking at stuff in the midfield. Sorry.
But Ben's gap was nearly 2 seconds, and now it's dropped to. He's obviously dropped to 3rd, so he's had a big mistake at turn 1, which I've missed, sadly.
So I was just on one with Ant at the moment, and he's giving Steve some hassle.
Oh, everywhere Ant goes there's hassle. You can never do anything like that.
Still
Yeah, I'm quite impressed by how quickly Sabre's actually managed to catch up to single track. I think single track is starting to struggle though, watching it. He's losing the rear a lot more times now out of corners. So,
I mean, Xavier's what, 10 positions he's made up now, which is, again, cracking us. One person every 2 laps near enough. Not bad in these conditions.
Unless there's one of those green Aston Martins that have to come on track, I'm not going to say the name. I think Xavier's race is very much for 4th place now, because at 12 seconds is a big gap to make up otherwise, isn't it? I mean, I know it's a 100% race, but especially with pit stops involved, it's going to be incredibly hard for him to make that up. So, but interesting, look at how close this top 3 is. Even still, these top 3 are just glue. I tell you what, Palang's at a moment. Bobo's taken the lead back from him.
I don't know if he's going to hold on to it though.
He's got the outside, he 100% will. I'll put money on it. Don't you let me down, Bobo. Don't. Oh, God. No, he's going to let me down. He's let me down. No, he hasn't. Go on, Bobo. Oh. Well.
Oh, he's dropped in.
I'm retiring.
Safer move. The safer move.
I'm retiring for the advising people now. Xavier's made the move on single track 4 P4. He's just done out the inside as well, so that's very much a sharp corner. You don't know what you're saying. But yeah, we'll move on swiftly. Lorpy and Mahmood, I think, are having a big battle at the minute at 4 P11.
Yeah, so Remax and still going at it a little bit as well. Although Remax just lost a few tenths, quite a few tenths coming out of turn 8.
Tell you what though, I will give Stu some credit. I thought, once these guys get past him, they're going to drive off into the distance. He's actually held on to them pretty well here, I have to say.
Yeah, not bad going at all at the moment.
And he's not made it easy for an ex-champion, sorry.
That's all right. I was just thinking about the tyres now, because I'm seeing a lot more sort of twitching and sliding here and there on the track.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though, Palang's just lost the lead to Bobo. This is now going to open up because he went super wide at turn 3 at Ithaca. Oh, going to make a lunge then. Thank God he didn't. Oh my God. But G-Star's just got past Stu, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, just got him around turn 3, I think that was.
Yeah, was it a good move, good clean move?
Yeah, literally I just caught the end of it, but apex is made and so steering there's any contact.
Well, that's always good then, hopefully. I mean, based off what I've seen so far, we won't see anything in the stewards, well, off what I've seen. It's been very, very clean, very, very respectful. And do you know what? Really, really good racing in these conditions, because we'll both say that this isn't easy.
Oh, Steve had a massive moment then coming out of turn 8. Very well held on.
In these conditions, it's even harder. Oh, he's had another big moment. Oh, he's got 3 seconds. That's going to hurt him big time. But in these conditions,
that's his second lot of 3 seconds as well, unfortunately. So it's now on total 6-second penalty.
So do you know how I said Xavier's race now is for P4? I'll tell you what though. Look at this. They're 3 wide for the lead. But no, coming out the corner, Bobo shot from 1st to 3rd. Just by 2 overtakes, but here goes Ben. He's going to have a look around the outside of Palang.
I think he's gone too wide.
He's backed out, and I think this kid... No, they both survived for now, but I was saying something before the leaders interrupted me, and I've forgotten what it was.
Don't ask me.
No, my brain's not in the right place to go ticking at this point. But I tell you what, Stu's having a look at Womax for P8, and I tell you what, he's got it move. What a move that is from Stu.
Recovering the line now as well, making the start very wide.
For a man who, for the last, lap hasn't looked very confident in his car, he looked very confident in it there, didn't he?
It's this corner here.
Yes. I'll tell you what though, I've realised what I was going to say now. You know how I said Saviour's race is very much for P4?
Yeah.
He's taken 3 seconds out of the leaders in 2 laps.
So a fair chunk.
That gap was 12 seconds. It's now 9.3. Saviour could still win this. That probably sounds mad to say, but there's 50 laps to go, and there's not a chance in hell these tyres are going to the end. I'm sorry, there's just not.
No. Well, I've got G stars just
Yeah, I'm
no,
just
not
cutting to
quite
that. I
made it.
saw that gap at about a tenth of a second. I was like, I better cut to that. But no, so this
Let's
is
keep my
just
eye on.
enough, doesn't he? Very interesting battle this is.
Still follow speed round for man just helping with his last few turns. Very wow. Okay, I think Steve might have killed his tyres
Yeah, his car's
or
aquaplaning, isn't it?
something's yeah, something's not right there. He's very slow coming out of 6 and 7.
Tell you what, sorry to interrupt. Single track just made an absolutely worldy move on G-Star into turn 9. Wow, that was incredible. That was also very brave. I think Mrc-X is just getting sued for P8 as well. He's got that done just before turn 1. He's now going to be. What, Steve and Freddie, they're the big losers from this whole pack though, really, aren't they?
Yeah. It's, I missed that move. Unfortunately, I was somewhere else on the track.
So what though, here goes G-Star. He's gone for single track's got the initial exit, but I think G-Star's got slightly better straight line speed than single track at the moment. Very close between the two of them, but I think both have survived. It's not giving me the helicopter cam. Why? But single track just loses out on this occasion. It didn't give me the helicopter cam, which is really annoying me. I couldn't get a good view of that overtake, but it was a very good move from G-Star. There was no contact between the two from what I saw either, but I see what Ant is now sniffing that chuff of the boss man. I tell you what, for a 100% race, it's been really entertaining, I have to say.
Yeah, it's great. I'm still surprised at the amount of battles we've got going on. I thought it would have spread out a bit more, but maybe the weather, no DRS. There's like a few ERS trains, maybe. But, just going to sit on board with Ant.
The strange thing is, we're not even halfway through yet. We've still got 10 laps till we get to halfway. So, yeah, it's going to be a long night at the office. But, you know, it's all part of the game, isn't it? Mahmood, he's having real connection issues. Yellow flag, who is that? I think it's Smith. It is Smith. He's had a big moment at the final corner, which has hurt him. Oh, I'm in pain.
He looks like he's in one piece. Yeah, no front wing damage by the looks of it, so he can just recompose himself, try and get back in the game.
Yeah, he'll be very thankful for that. That is for sure. Ant is now getting very close to the rear. I tell you what, Single Track's just made the move on G-Star as well for P5 again. These guys are having a really good fight at the minute.
There we go. Proof of what you said earlier on. Sadie's now 7.5 seconds behind Ben and just done the fastest lap again.
Yeah, since these guys have stopped fighting as much though, the gap's been going down slower, but I've got a feeling with how close they all are together, they're going to start fighting again very soon, which is going to bring Saviour close to them. So, Saviour's definitely got out of this. I definitely made the wrong call there. I've said, he's fighting for P4 here. He's gone, shut up, I'm fighting for the win. So, okay, cool, cheers.
Oh, yeah, crack on.
Yep, and I mean, I would happily have another car get into the mix for that battle, because that battle so far has been absolutely insane for the league, hasn't it? Those three all stuck together like leeches.
G-Star's right on gearbox of single track coming around turn 6. It was very lucky, very controlled.
Yeah, certainly. It's been a very good battle between them. What have you seen?
No, I'm sorry, I'm just overreacting. There's just a few little twitches happen, and when you've got somebody that close to you, the smallest mistake. And G-Star's...
Oh, he's gone for the move there! They both kept it on track, but what a move that is from G-Star. He's just pulled exactly what single track pulled on him a couple of laps ago. But I tell you what, here goes Ant, the French, Portuguese, South American, Brazilian, Indonesian, Nepalese, Chinese, I can't listen anymore. Country's man has tried to make the move, but he ended up after the big build-up being very anticlimactic.
I think at the moment as well, Ben is probably just playing the game a bit and just sitting comfortably behind Bobo and playing just to maybe wait for those two to start battling a bit and maybe try and just make another move. Oh, Bobo just had a bit of a moment out of 6.
He did, and the interesting thing is as well, that gap between Saviour and these guys has also stabilised a little bit. Sort of stuck around 7.3 seconds, doesn't it? So I don't think they'll be panicking too much at this stage. Palang might be, he's got, I think it's 3 seconds he's got, so he might be panicking a little bit, trying to, you know, build a gap. He's probably hoping these two start fighting quite hard. But at the minute, these guys are all, I think they're all just sort of taking it cautious, making sure they get round, and then when it comes to the end of the race, we're going to see a big success of all 3. But I tell you what, the guys behind, they will want that Aston Martin green car to come onto the track, because they'll be like, okay, we're now right at the front, we can now get in the mix for this race win, you know what I mean? So
I mean, you've got to think as well, sort of 25, 26 laps on these wet tyres so far. I've not really done a full length race in the wet on this game.
I don't think I've driven a
the
lap
tyres,
in this game.
surely. Like, oh, hold on a minute, Ben's making a move around the outside. No.
Yeah, Bobo's just taking the lead as well,
stuck.
which is interesting. I think Palang's had a moment.
Ben looked like he got it done for a minute then, and then I think he maybe backed out.
No, I think by the looks of his steering wheel movement, it looked like he understeered just a little bit too wide. It looked like trying to drive a Red Bull in real life. Absolute pain.
Oh, he's going to do the...
Oh, that's so brave,
contact.
but it's also very silly to make a move there. But I think, luckily, and I'm really happy for both of them that they've got away both in one piece there, because I thought that was going to end quite nasty.
Yeah. And what that has done, that's literally dropped a second and a half now to Saviour, so that's just pulled him a little bit closer.
It has, and you don't want to give that guy a single corner of an advantage, do you? Well, you don't even want to give him a tenth of an advantage. Colin, good to see you in the YouTube chat. Another fairly new driver. Good to see you. How are you doing? Don't forget to leave a like. I want to check these likes, because if they're still on 2, I'm going to go. I'm going to get Steve on you straight after this race in your DMs. And trust me, when you get Steve, it's still 2. Guys,
I've got 3 on my screen, but that's probably my tick and 2 others, and one of them is yours.
Well, one of them is mine, so I'm getting really... Oh, I've got 3 now. Right. Steve will be in your DMs after this race with a very long paragraph, and I want you all apologising with a 1,000-word essay for anyone that hasn't left a like. And if it's anything less than 1,000 words, I will be counting them, even though I can't count that high, but I'll try. So, yeah. But either way, let's enjoy the racing, because this racing at the minute is absolutely insane. And I tell you what, did you just see the moment Ben had out of the final corner?
That's what I just... That was my... Bit of a... He's obviously pushing for that position again, but yeah, that was... I mean, his top end speed looks crazy.
It certainly does. I tell you what, Colin's just asked, how are you? Are you all good?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you, Colin. Thank you indeed. You?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say how I am. I'm enjoying the racing. Let's just say that. But I tell you what, look at this battle for the lead. Bobo's taking it back, but Palang's having a little sniff. But look at Ben on the brake. Oh. Do you know what? I didn't think he was gonna make the corner, but he did. That was absolutely insane. Can you tell me what brake pressures you run, please? I want to know. I'm asking for a friend.
I can't believe, seeing that on the camera then, I can't believe he just didn't go straight ahead there. That was crazy late.
By the way, I can say he is a no ABS runner as well, so that wasn't ABS assisted. So he's done that all manually. That's absolutely insane, the fact that he managed to get that car stopped in these conditions.
Pretty good indeed.
That is some car
good
control.
Exit out of turn 10 as well. The run, look at the run on Palang.
Yeah, this guy has... He's either... Do you know what I reckon he's done for a few laps? I think he's sort of sat. I don't know it, ERS levels. I'm not going to show them a stream, but I wonder if he's sort of sat back up for a few laps, gone up right. No, it's going to stay wet the whole race, Colin. But I wonder if he's sat back the entire for a few laps, because you know how you said, oh, I think he's just patiently waiting. I wonder if he recharged that ERS a little bit and thought, right, now I'm going to launch an attack. Maybe they're coming to the end of the stint on these tyres. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, you're literally halfway point coming up, so probably about that time now. And again, you want to leave it as late as possible. You don't want to be the first one in.
You also don't want to be the last, though. I don't know what it's going to be until. Oh, that's contact with the side pod between Ben and Palang. I hope there's no damage to the side pod of Palang, because that was actually a little bit of a whack, because I was actually on board with Ben as well. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, Colin. I think it's going to be full wet to the end. Although it does look like Inters probably aren't too far away. Oh, that save from Palang. Wow. That was insane. Interestingly, I do apologise to Ant as well. He has got past English track and I have missed it. But, interestingly, look at how close Saviour is to these guys now.
Yeah, I know. He's just banging out fastest lap after fastest lap at the moment, and that gap's vanishing.
Oh, can you imagine Saviour joining this fight as well? Oh my goodness, yes please.
We might be halfway there, but the race is just about to start, I think.
Yeah, I think now it's like, I mean, having, like, Saviour is like, tier 1, is like Mrc-X's version of Ujoni. In Mrc-X, he just becomes Ujoni, doesn't he? So it's like,
yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you what though, that was really good racing between Ben, but these two need to stop because they've got two issues now, Palang and Ben. First one, Bobo is running away.
Yeah,
second one, Saviour is catching. And I don't know which would scare me more, because when Bobo gets out in front, it's like Ujoni getting out in front, you've almost got no chance. But then, having Saviour behind you is like having Ujoni or Kid Dynamite behind you, and that's just a scary thought, isn't it? So...
That's never a pleasant feeling when you're looking in your cockpit and you see that is who's behind you. And then that gap inevitably closing fast.
But I will say I've been very, very impressed with Ben today on his debut. He's looked exactly like a driver that will fit MRC perfectly. He's been very clean, very respectful. Alright, he's made a few maybe audacious moves, but he's backed out and they've all survived with
yeah. Sensible driving.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest with you, I've totally even forgotten that he was on a debut race this evening. So yeah.
Yeah, he looks like a veteran, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's probably why. He's just sort of slotted in, fighting at the front, putting on a show.
Yeah, I've been severely impressed by him today. I mean, he's definitely tier 1 pace looking at today as well. So, I'll tell you what, he's having a look. This is brave. The last time these two, they made contact, but they both survived it this time.
Got great traction.
He has, but 7 is a lot harder to make a move through than 6, because you actually have to break through 6, whereas, well, you probably have to break through there. But look at this, he's going to get it done.
Done.
Wow, that's insane racing.
Forced Palang onto an alternative line then, and he just lost a bit of his momentum.
But look at that wily fox behind them. Palang's already sniffed him out, because you saw how defensive Palang got. Palang is already more worried about him than he is Ben.
I think Palang should be worried. I'm looking at various other bits of clinch here, and yeah, Palang's probably not going to hold on to that position for too much longer.
Yeah, well the thing is, you know, with Saviour is, I don't think I've ever seen Saviour take anyone out, so oh, it's going to be done. The GOAT, the Mrc-X GOAT is into P3.
Into podium position.
I'm going to call him Savvy Joni when he's in Mrc-X, that's his new name, Savvy Joni. Although, I think Joni, is he champion in X? Actually, this is a good point. I haven't checked the championship standings.
Well, I know he was definitely at the top, but I just didn't check how many points. But I'm pretty sure he's won it, and that's why he's having a week off.
Imagine the absolute disrespect if he's got to won the title and they're just going, yeah, I can confirm. Yeah, he's won it. by
Definitely.
a very, 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 very considerable margin. Yeah, rest in peace. Is Stube the champion of... Stube is not the champion. Because believe it or not, there's a big fight going on between him and Bobo. So,
Stubbs currently reigning at the top though, isn't he? Or are they even on points?
no, he's currently 29 points clear at the top. Obviously,
Right.
today that's going to come down by 7 points because there is only 2 Challenger tier drivers on track.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, Saviour, good defending that was from Ben, though, very, very good defending.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, Saviour, the wily old fox,
Saviour's-
he's going to try and take this all the way down to turn 6. But I think he's going to hold on. But is he going to go deep? Is this going to present an a switcheroo from Saviour? It's not for the time being. Very, very good racing this is though all round.
Yeah.
But interestingly, we're just about to hit the halfway point. But yeah, as I was saying, so today, with how it is currently, Stube will take, Bobo will take 7 points out of Stube. But for Bobo to win the championship next week, he almost has to hope that Stube DNF.
Right.
So, I mean, it's looking like Stube's title, but in MRC, anything can happen. I'll tell you what, for Stube to go and
Absolutely.
beat Bobo for a championship, I think that's an absolutely astronomical feat for him.
Yeah, that'd be a nice one to have under your belt.
The one thing I will say about Bobo is, as much as he's been a clear winner in Tier 3 this year, also the first man to gamble off his wet tyres is Mr. Single Track. And he is putting another set of wets on, so he definitely does not feel like it is intermediate tyres. Interestingly though, Ben now and Saviour are both starting to catch Bobo.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Palang's
So
falling
I'm just-
back, so I wonder if Palang's struggling just that little bit more than these guys.
I'm just following the back runners at the moment, just seeing if Armour's going to make a move on bit.
3
Oh.
seconds. These two are both coming in the pits, by the way. The leading two are both coming in the pits, Bobo and Ben. So this is going to unleash Saviour. Do you know what? If I was Palang, I'd have come in that lap as well to try and get an undercut on Saviour. Because those fresh wet tyres are going to be gaining seconds on everyone else. So we know that the wet tyres now can do the half race distance. Which means this next set is definitely going to be able to go to the end as well.
And are we 100% confirmed that these weather conditions are in for the duration of the remainder of the race?
From what Martin said, he said it's going to be wet all race. So
Oh, okay.
the only time we might
Speeding
possibly...
in the pit lanes.
Yeah, that's the worst. Especially, this game should not be giving 10 seconds of that in it. Like, I don't know why they changed that. It's a bit rubbish, isn't it? And harsh
Yeah,
of the game
it's
to do
not
that.
good.
But, you know, it is what it is. I guess the punishment is the punishment. But, no, this is... I'll tell you what, though, if we get an advert... If there was an advert for wet racing, I would definitely... When a new guy joins MRC, I'd love to show them this, because some of the racing in these conditions today has been absolutely sublime.
Yeah. There's still been no strange Aston Martin, you know, which again, the halfway point is a testament to some of the skill of the drivers out there.
Yeah, it certainly is, without a shadow of a doubt. I also hope for the driver's sakes that we don't see too many wet races, obviously.
Oh,
We've actually had quite
Sadie's
a...
in. Sorry,
Yeah,
Sadie's
he
in
is.
the pits.
It'll be
Just
interesting to see, have these guys managed to get... I tell you what, Ben's going to come out actually quite a bit ahead of him as well. So these guys have actually pulled, that undercut has really worked. But, to be honest, in these conditions, every single lap pressure tyre you can have is going to give you an advantage.
Yeah.
So maybe Palang's going to go 1 or 2 more laps, take the 4-second, 5-second gap, but with the fresher tyres, potentially close them down, especially towards the end. Who knows?
I'm just on board with Palang. I mean, lap time's looking pretty good, but the movement in the car's not looking healthy. think he's pushing to, like you say, to try and get a bit of a break, but I'm not sure he's staying out.
I think for him now, that's probably the best thing he can do at this point. Just stay out. The only thing is he doesn't want them getting too close, because if they get too close, then he's got a big old gap to close down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there is also, like I said earlier, there's every single chance that we haven't seen the end of this battle for the win either between Ben, Bobo, and Xavier. These guys are going to be. Look at Ben though. Look at his pace. That is formidable.
That's crazy.
Can we also point out that Ant is a very seasoned. He's also the reigning Mrc-X champion, and well, now it's your journey, but you know what I mean. He was last season's Mrc-X champion, and Ben has caught him. I know it's pressure tyres, but that's still an insane, like 3 seconds in about half a lap. That's absolutely insane. That is from Ben. But at the same time, Anton is being a bit hindered by the guy in front of him. Anton just seems to have got a little bit stuck behind G-Star, hasn't he? He seems to have been there for absolutely ever.
Maybe
I also do wonder.
Both stops.
Yeah, there is a good shot. I do wonder as well if single track thought, oh, do you know what? I'm going to try and undercut these two. And I'll tell you what, the way it's going at the minute, it may just about work. Interestingly, Palang's gone on again. To be honest, now that Ben's caught this pack, he'll be hoping that Ben doesn't get these guys too quickly. Because then it can actually start to work in the favour a little bit of Palang.
So these guys stayed out for another lap.
Yeah, but I tell you what, Ben's going for the move. Up the inside of Ant. I don't think Ant's going to have anything to fight with here. He doesn't. The fresher tyres are really paying dividends to Ben. Even on the outside, Ant can't get the exit. So... yeah, I think Palang needs to pit once Ben clears G-Star pretty much here.
I'm keeping an eye on the gap, but the time still looks sort of okay at the moment.
Yeah.
The closest battle we've got, I've just still got a... 5 drivers still left to pit so far, so that will put us back in a clearer picture again. Ben still there. Oh.
Yeah, this is very good racing.
Bit of wheel bang in there.
Oh my god, they're 3 wide! Ant's gone for the move on G-Star as well. Wow, this is insane! Bobo's there now as well. What on earth is going on? G-Star's gone into the pit. I don't blame him for 1 second for doing that.
That's crazy. I actually saw that on the stream rather than on my screen. I was on board with Ben watching him, and then the other cars came out from nowhere. That's probably why he moved in a bit of wheel banging if there was somebody else on the inside.
Yeah. Certainly, that was insane. These guys have balls of steel. In these conditions, I would never even dream of trying that. I tell you what though, in terms of a commentary point of view, I don't know, you may remember this, because I think it was the season you actually won the title in X. But on stream, it was Gav, Mark Hodgson and Simba all going side by side through turn 7. They were 3 wide through the corner that these guys are just going through now.
Yeah.
And the camera panned, but then it didn't pan back. And all of a sudden I've gone all 3 in the wall, then all of a sudden they've all come round still side by side. I was like, oh my goodness, what am I witnessing? But
is that the one where you nearly lost your voice?
Oh mate, I've lost my voice nearly every race I've ever done. But no, yeah, no, that one was rather insane, because I had 2 of them in the comms box with me as well at the time. And but like the whole street, like everyone just went silent. I thought I'd disconnected from the lobby or something. It was absolutely insane. But no, I've had a lot of moments I cherished in comms. Bearing in mind, this is what my 8th season in commentating in this league.
Yeah, that's a fair chunk of your time.
Yeah, well, I've been here. This is my 10th season overall in this league. So yeah. I'd like to think I'm a bit of an OG now, if you know what I mean. I mean, obviously I'm not an OG, but I think I can now be classed as an OG at least. I've been here a long enough while. But, yeah. I've been a steward for 10 seasons as well, which is insane. But, you know,
Yeah, that's probably a slightly more painful long run
I'm not gonna.
than commentary. Oh,
I'll
sorry,
be
so you
honest.
just got a little twitch.
I'd be lying if I said that stewarding was fun all the time. I mean, you know, you've been there, but
Yes, indeed.
well, you're still there. But I think that's going to be Ant into the pits now. Ant has to. Oh, I think.
Oh, so
I mean,
yeah, I
Ant.
think
I
there's a
will
pit
say.
entrance.
I will say Ant did nothing wrong there. He did commit very early, but I still think it
No.
did catch Bobo off a little bit
Yeah,
because
I don't think he was quite ready for that. He looked a bit unsettled, but yeah, it was he was on the right line for the pits. There's
I
nowhere
was
else
to
he
say,
can put
yeah,
that car.
Ant did nothing wrong. That's why I said he was. That's why I said he's coming into the pits way before that even happened because Ant obviously
Yeah,
committed to it. So I tell you what though, Carl's a lap down, but it's brilliant to see him carrying on and pushing on. The same with Smith as well. Those guys are both pushing on, still racing. Every point, don't get every position in Mrc-X matters.
yeah. I
So
think just looking at the gap again. Sorry, just taking
yeah,
away
you
from the
carry on.
points. Palang at the moment is the gap's gone from sort of 14 odd seconds down to 11. So you've got to start thinking about the pits now, or else you're just going to lose too much time. It's going to be fighting too hard to get back to where he was.
Yeah,
It's going to
certainly
start
is.
out again.
Yeah, I think now he's at the point where he's taking it a little bit too long, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think as soon as Ben got past Ant and G-Star, that should have been his moment. Interestingly, Ant performed the overcut on G-Star,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah, I mean,
strange, because that's the first time we've seen the overcut actually work. I wonder if G-Star maybe had a moment on his outlap or something, but yeah. But bearing in mind, Ant was fighting the whole time with those guys as well.
yeah.
He's done quite well there. Single track hasn't made the impression I thought he might make on these guys, or he was probably hoping to make either. But he's still there, he's still in a solid position, but he has got Wumax for company now, which is interesting for
I was going
P7.
to say, yeah, Remax is keeping him honest at the moment.
Tell you
The
what
other
though,
fight we've got on the track, but Saviour's,
yeah, he needs to get this move done on Bobo because Ben's starting to build a gap for these two now.
Palang's lost another second or
Oh,
two.
3 seconds for Saviour, that's going to hurt him. I tell you what, Ben is sitting very, very pretty here without any
Yeah.
penalties.
Just got to be careful now. Almost take it easy for the rest of the race.
Could this be a debut win? I mean, I don't want to curse him because genuinely I'm so happy for him. He's driven absolutely sublime all race.
And as you say that, look, fastest lap.
Yeah, he's absolutely pumping them in. He seems to be the most comfortable in these conditions at the minute. Although, I'll be honest, I did think the gap would come down a lot quicker than it is to Palang.
Yeah, but I mean, it's definitely coming down. We're probably on about a second a lap at the moment. He's losing just under.
But at the same time as well, I highly doubt Ben is pushing all that hard at the minute. He doesn't really need to, does he? He's kind of in now at the minute. He's kind of in no man's land. He's got Palang, he's got Palang who needs, well, Palang doesn't need to pit. That's the thing. Don't forget, he doesn't have to.
Well, no, but you might think maybe he's going for the long one then, because I mean he's sitting on 6-second penalty at the moment as well. He's got an 8-second gap.
There's absolutely no way he's winning this race unless something rather ludicrous happens. But even then, I still feel like someone. Yeah, this has been an insane race. I would describe this as well as like almost a game of chess. This one, it's been no, you go, I go, no, you go, you do this, I do that, hasn't it? I think that's the best way. I've just realised as well, I did miss it, but Sadie did get past Bobo for P3.
Yeah, I just missed that as well. I was looking at Bobo following Saviour. I thought he was about to catch him, but didn't realise I'd missed it already happened the other way around.
Yeah.
Verdi got a 10-second penalty in the pits. Was that right? Was that why we're sat on such high penalty points there?
Sorry, what was that?
Did Verdi get a speeding in the pit lane penalty?
Yeah, Freddie did. Yeah, he got 10 seconds.
Pretty right, okay. Looking at
Which
the
is
overall penalty system at the moment.
the thing is, the issue is to get any of that even sort of knocked off. He has to pit again as well. Obviously, stewards won't remove that. It's very, very rare the stewards will remove anything from pit lane unless it is visible that you are under the limit. But
yeah, seen some close ones of those in the time, but yeah, you're right. It's normally.
I'll be honest. Oh, he's just cut the corner and got 10 seconds as well. This time it's corner cut though, so I wonder if he's done a little bit of Valtteri Bottas and gone and cut the lawn. But I tell you what though, look at Xavier. He is on an absolute charge. He's taken a second out of Ben.
Yeah, he's on it.
And that's still while he's got Bobo up his chuff as well.
So, get back on with Remax single track. Remax, I think, lost a little bit of traction coming out of turn 10.
Yeah, certainly will. But these two, they're having a good little scrap single track on Remax. I'm going to actually cut that for a little while. I'm quite impressed by Bo. He's managed to still hold on. He's almost using Xavier to drag him up to Ben now, isn't he? Bobo here.
Yeah. Well, this is all you've got in it. A bit of slipstream and battery use, because that DRS is not coming on anytime soon.
Do you know what? I can't believe I'm about to say this, right? But okay, I'm not going to say it because he's just gone and done the one thing I didn't think he was going to do. Palang's in the pit.
Wow.
I was just about to say, do you know what? Is Palang going to try something absolutely ludicrous here and try and go to the end? And as I said it, he entered the pit. I was like, okay. My curse is working the other way today by the looks of it, but he's going to have a significant pace advantage over these guys over the last 10 laps though.
Yeah, and he's got, I mean, he's going to come out in 5th at the moment. She's fourth, sorry. Yeah, that's not a huge gap. The speed he's had, that's not a huge gap for the remaining 30 odd laps. 20 odd laps.
Yeah. No, this has been a very entertaining race, I will say that though. Considering, I mean, I'll be honest, we were both pretty pessimistic going into this, weren't we? Like, oh, you know, 100% race, they can get very... I don't think it's any secret. They can get boring because quite often gaps build and then you don't see any action, and then it's like, well, you know, they're all a second away from each other. What do we talk about? But there's been
troll the internet for track facts.
Yeah, but there's been a battle, I think, or at least a car close to another car every single lap of this race.
Yeah, pretty much.
It has been. But I tell you what, Xavier has put his foot down.
Yeah, he's putting a gap from Bobo there, and I mean, I'm just trying to see, and Palang at the moment,
I think,
hasn't seemed to have made up any time.
I think he's the man to keep an eye on, though. He might not get the advantage immediately of those fresher tyres, but he definitely will it around. I think with 10 laps to go, you're going to start to see that gap come down because his tyres are going to be way, way fresher than everyone else's. But will it be enough for him to get anywhere near these guys and challenge possibly for a podium?
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
But this is getting interesting. The thing is, again though, that gap out front. The thing is, I'm at the point now where can Xavier catch Ben, gap him by, I think Xavier's on 3. Let's have a look at the penalties quickly. So you got 3 for Xavier, 3 for Bobo, 6 for Palang, 3 for G-Star, 12 for Stu. Is there any part of the track he's decided to stay on today? And then Freddie's on 29. He's verging on disqualification. Then you've got Bit and Smith with... I don't like those two being next to each other. Bit and Smith. You're trying to tongue twist.
1:15 dead for Ben.
So, do you know what I'm smelling a little bit of here? Xavier posts the fastest lap and Ben goes, anything you could do, I could do better. It's like they're trying to react. And as I was saying just before I went off on that tangent of penalties, I don't think Xavier has the pace to catch Ben and then gap him by 3 seconds. It's a lot to ask, and with how Ben's looked in this race, he's been insanely consistent. That's one thing I will say. He's well, we can see that by the fact he's got no penalties, at least as it stands anyway. I don't know how many warnings he's got, because I'm not going to cheat and have a look in race director, but yeah, it would be a big shame for him at this point, but then at the same time, it's like I said, like that gap now is very much neutralised, hasn't it, out front?
Yeah.
G-Star's now within a second of Ant as well. Sorry to interrupt you, but yeah, he's
No,
now
no,
within a
you
second
go
of
on.
Ant.
Yeah, I was just behind that action. I'm following Mrc-X on single track. He's keeping himself within about half a second. He's just dropped a little bit now, but that was the next sort of closest battle I could see.
Yeah, it certainly was.
Mrc-X is on 1 lap fresher tyres as well. So again, it's not much, but it does make a difference.
Tell you what though, look at that from Palang. He's taken about a second out of these guys. Do you know what? I think he's listening to you, Steve. I'm not catching. He's not making an impression. 1 second in 1 lap is what he's taken out of them.
That's crazy.
And bear in mind, they're not fighting at the minute. Yellow flag.
Oh, where are we?
Bobo. I think that's Bobo. No, it's not. I think it's Stoob then. It's either Stoob or Friddy that had that moment. I think it's Friddy. I think it was Friddy because he's the person that's in that part of the track where the yellows were. So... he seems to have recovered though at least.
Still only got Mrc-X really within that 1 second range at the moment.
We have that gap between, I mean, Saviour's put down again because he's taken about 7/10 out of Ben now. Oh, Bobo's just had a humongous moment at the second to last corner. But Saviour knows it's now or never. He needs to catch Ben, overtake him and gap him.
Yeah,
I think in Saviour's mind now, this has to be qualifying to the end now, pretty much. You know, he has to. Yeah. He has to send this if he wants to win it. I mean, he's not going to get the championship this season. I mean, this is do you know what? Even a matter of fact about Mrc-X, 2 seasons is the longest drought Saviour's gone without winning a title in X.
Is that all?
This is his longest drought without a title in it. That's do you know why? Yeah, it's just, oh my goodness.
That is crazy. Well, I mean, the gap's coming down fairly consistently at the moment. So, knowing Saviour, you've got to actually put your money behind him now and sort of think, well, you're probably 20 laps. Let's see what we can make up per lap and see if it's doable.
I tell you what, though, I think Ben almost not knowing Saviour, not racing him before, probably helps him, because if you're a guy that's raced Saviour before, you know that this onslaught is not going to stop now.
Ignorance is bliss. Yeah.
Like, you know that Saviour has absolutely, he's going to hound you to the end. Whereas Ben probably doesn't know that, because he doesn't know Saviour all that well. Well, he won't know Saviour at all. So, I'd still, at this point, if I'm Saviour, I'd rather be in Saviour's position than Ben, because obviously Ben's going to be the man under pressure, whereas Saviour almost at this point, with the penalty as well, he has nothing to lose. So, a mistake from Ben is costly, whereas Saviour, I mean, he'll lose a position or 2 behind, but Saviour has nothing to lose, whereas Ben has a big statement to make on his first ever race, so...
Yeah. Looking like a fairly positive statement at the moment.
Oh, there's a moment. Who's that? I think it's Woomax. No, it's not Woomax. It might be Armar Red even. I think it is Armar Red. But I tell you what, there's a good battle forming now for P5 between G-Star and Ant.
And that's quite good. I mean, Ant's on slightly newer tyres there as well, so he should really have the edge.
Yeah, the other interesting one is that Woomax single track battle, but I think Woomax is at the point where he's just a little bit stuck behind Martin here, and it's just hurting him.
They've been in that position for quite a few laps now, I think.
Yeah, right, light count check. It better be above 3. Ooh, no, we're still at 3. Come on, guys. Get liking. We've got 8. Oh, we're at 4. We've gone to 4.
I've got 4.
Come on, we've got 8 viewers. Why is there not at least 8 likes? That's what I want to know. Start getting involved in YouTube chat. Who do you think Xavier can do this? I think it's going to be a tough ask, but especially with that 3-second penalty, I think it's just going to be a little bit too much for him. But again, everything Xavier does, Ben seems to respond. Xavier gets it to just below a second, then all of a sudden Ben just goes and absolutely obliterates the next lap. There's a yellow flag.
Freddie.
Oh, Freddie's not had the best of races today, has he?
10. Yeah, coming out of turn 10, looks like must have lost traction, hit the wall, I think. Yeah, bit of front wing damage.
At least we haven't seen one of those green cars. But
yeah, well, I'm on board with him, but that's the only green car at the moment. There's no Aston badge on it from what I can see.
I hope he manages to keep out the way though, because we don't want him holding Ben up and it's potentially costing Ben, do we? But did you say there is damage to Freddie?
Yeah, his right wing end plate is missing. That was all I could see on there.
Shame.
Yeah, especially on this track.
He's not had a good. He's been. The thing is, I've raced Freddie before. He was in Tier 3 last season, and I had, I think, one of my favourite ever battles in MRC around China with him last season. He's one of my favourite drivers to go wheel to wheel with, genuinely. I tell you what though, look at this. G-Star and Ant getting very up close and personal. G-Star's made the move, and a big moment out of turn 3.
Oh.
But let's see, can Ant get anywhere near him on the run down to what is, I guess, technically turn 4? I'm calling it turn 4 anyway, so tough. But, oh, so close, but no. I wonder, I think G-Star's got the pace over Ant for a little while now as well. But Ant's tyres are considerably younger, which is quite crazy to think when you think that G-Star's been looking the faster driver.
Yeah, I was thinking of that earlier on, and I was a bit confused, like he should have had the edge, but he didn't seem he had, and now it's turned around.
Freddie serving his, this has really hurt Freddie. I think Freddie's racing very much in the mud at this point. Interestingly, Singletrack pulled about a second to Womack's now. Ant's dropped quite considerably off the back of G-Star. I think Ant's struggling a lot in these conditions at this point now of the race. So,
I think Xavier's sort of, it just seems to be fairly even now between him and Ben, so...
Freddie's put inters on.
Brave move. I've got to get on board and see how that fares.
Well, he's probably... Well, he's got literally nothing to lose. He's stone dead last, isn't he? But... yellow flag, I'm guessing that's Freddie straight out the pit, is it?
No, he's on track.
I thought it might have been Freddie out the pits, and I was like, oh no, please no. Don't tell me I'm cursing already. But, Ant's sort of starting to find his groove back, I think, a little bit here as well, because he's starting to catch it. I'll tell you what though, we are going to get a battle for third at the end between Palang and Bobo.
Palang's just banged out another fastest lap, 14.6.
Certainly has got, what, 15 laps to go now as well.
These intermediates on 3D don't actually look too different on board to the wets. Doesn't seem to be struggling too much.
Yeah, certainly.
Not that anyone else is going to want to jump in the pits now at this stage, but...
No, I don't think you'll see anyone in the pits, because the gaps will be too big, and the thing is, it's like we said earlier, it's so hard to overtake in these conditions, isn't it? It really is.
Yeah.
You have to be inch perfect with just about everything you do. So...
Yeah, it's the same with like G-Star and at the moment you've got to be coming out of certain turns or even onto the straight just within 2 temps, I would say, the maximum to be able to take a little bit of battery on the straight and put in a gap of 2 temps around the last 3 turnings is a big ask in the wet.
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt. It's quite insane to think, really, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, do you know what? Honestly, on the entire calendar, and I'll say this wholeheartedly, this is one of my favourite tracks.
Yeah.
And I'm going to, I kind of, because I can hold a controller, that's the thing, it's just not very comfortable. So there is a big part of me that at least wants to try and just see if I can do any laps of this track, because this is one of my favourite tracks, genuinely. So, and then obviously Silverstone next week, we all know how much I love Silverstone from the bottom of my heart. Like, it's just, there's no track like it. It's my favourite track by a country mile. So I think, do you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to try over the weekend, potentially, just to see if I can get in a comfortable position for myself, and then in a comfortable position of actual pace as well.
Yeah.
But we'll see. You never know. You might see me on track Wednesday.
We should class it as physio.
No. That's the thing that I'm scared about is if I get taken out and I rage and then I forget that my arm's sore and then all of a sudden my shoulders just popped out again. But
yeah, that would be brutal.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't be funny. I can assure you of that. But it'd be a funny story to tell everyone. But no, not for me. It wouldn't. How did you do it? Oh, someone took me out in a video game. Brilliant. Cheers.
Yeah.
But you know, we're approaching now 13 laps to go. I think. Do you know what? That gap between Ben and Xavier.
Yes. I think Ben's pretty much just keeping it comfortable. He is pulling a tiny little bit each lap, but it's just a tenth here and there. But definitely not. Xavier's not going to be able to do much about that.
See what we are going to do though. While we've got a bit of a, actually I say that Palang's catching Bobo. He's now within a tenth, so we can actually go and have a look at that. Once the gap sort of stabilised a little bit, we could do a little bit of livery chat, and we could get Kaiser Soze to pick a livery of the day at some point. Tell you what, you start scouting them.
Okay.
So then you can, when I come to you at some point, you can give me an answer for livery of the day. Obviously, driver of the day. I've already got my driver of the day in my head anyway. I know who's getting that from me. And Palang has just made very light work of Bobo. Can Palang get anywhere near his fellow German though? That's the question. But I tell you what, now that we've got a bit of dead time, let's go and have a look at the liveries ourselves. So having a look at Ben's, it's quite a nice livery, but I think it is a standard one if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, there's not a lot we can do. Not too much available for us at the moment to play around with, is there really?
Well, there is a rule in Mrc-X that you have to be very careful, no matter how hideous it is, you have to be very careful what you say about Xavier's. Because his girlfriend gets very, very angry, because there is times when she creates it. So
Xavier's sort of got that JPS feel to it tonight.
Yeah. It looks like someone vomited but forgot to vomit totally. As I say, be nice, I say that, okay. But then you got Palang, who's got all black, which is to be. The issue is all black would look beautiful in a night race. When it's pouring down in the hills of Austria, it's not so good.
No.
Bobo's just looks like a failed Kick Sauber.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of green choices on the track tonight, which is sort of just, there's so many of them, it's put me off picking a green one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, G-Star's not even getting any. Do you know what? I'm gonna go. It's gonna be, for me, it's out of 2, right? So, Martin's gone for the first car that Adrian Newey ever made. I've forgotten what the name was. And Ant's gone for a bronze. So for me, it's out of Ant and single track. Oh, and Carl, he's done a very good effort at a McLaren.
A McLaren, yeah, I did notice that one. That was one of the ones that I thought of. The orange did look fairly decent. It looks like a sort of a retro McLaren of some description. It's quite nice.
So you're going with Carl then for driver of the day?
Driver or livery,
livery. He's definitely not driver of the day in P30.
Yeah, no, I think I will. I quite like single tracks, but Yeah, no, I'm going to say Carl. Bit.
Yeah, Carl's is nice. I'm gonna go with either Ant or single track because I don't know if you've seen the two pictures, especially the pictures of Martin's. He's actually made an almost exact replica,
Right.
which is very hard to do. And I'll tell you what, Ant's is pretty spot on with the brawn as well.
Yeah,
So
that does stand out as clearly a brawn, for
I'm gonna
sure.
go Martin just because I like the colour scheme. That's what I'm gonna go
Right.
with. I really like the colour scheme. I love that kind of blue. That shade of blue is like my favourite shade of blue. So yeah.
Yeah, it's
So,
quite nice.
but interestingly, I tell you what though, Saviour over the last lap, he's taken about a second out of Ben.
I'm sitting on Bobo's pretty honest with Palang
Yeah,
at the moment as well.
I wonder if potentially Palanga's. Tell you what, look at
Oh,
Bobo. I think.
yeah.
Do you know what I think's happening here now? I think Bobo hit the graining phase and has now come out of it. As tyres have come back to him. Palang is currently mid-graining phase, is what I think is going on here.
Yeah, could be. Let's have a look
Because
at
for Bobo to be posting
Yeah,
fastest
I mean,
laps at this
I
stage,
was going
that's
to say,
impressive.
yeah, Bobo's on like 25 lap old tyres and Palang's on 15 at the moment, so you might.
Mike has very much cracked up there, mate, and he's gone. I don't know what he did.
Oh, can you hear me now?
I can, yes. You're back.
No, I was just looking at some of the information on there. Sorry, I was looking at Palang. No, it's all gone. It's all gone. It's off the screen now. Sorry.
All good. You alive?
Yeah, I'm alive.
Yeah, you're alive. Okay. I was like, what? What are you going on? What are you doing there? I was like, ooh.
Right, yeah. So I'm back on screen properly. I got Bobo. Sorry, I'm on board with Bobo, just seeing where he is and what the gap is, but keeping it within about half a tenth at the moment.
Yeah, to say, I tell you what, we've got a few battles because I tell you what, single track pulled about 2 seconds on Wimax at one point. Wimax is now close up
Back in
right
there.
back down, so I wonder if Wimax is maybe saved a bit. Maybe he thought I'm going to sit back for a few laps, keep my tyres. Oh, I think that's Stu.
Who's
It
that?
is.
It
It's
is,
Stu.
yeah.
I can see a bit of wing on the floor as well. So there's definitely damage. Oh, it's a
Yeah,
huge
that's
shame. I tell
quite
you
a-
what, he was having a great race, but you know the one thing I will say, he's second no matter what. So as long as he gets to the end, he's still in prime position for this championship heading into the last race. But the other thing I have noticed is, and I haven't really been keeping much attention to it, but based off what I'm seeing right now, Inter's might be the better tyre. As I say that, the gap's just gone up by a second, so completely ignore what I'm saying. But
yeah, Steve's in.
yeah, he had to. He's got to get rid of that wing. But like I said, as long as he makes it to the end, it will score the points he needs.
Yeah.
Bobo will only. Don't forget, there is no
Oh.
fastest lap point in this tier either.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
So he will literally get a 7-point extension on him, and that is it.
Pretty much just trying to keep an eye on the gap between Bobo and Palang at the same time as looking at Remax single track. But yeah, I mean, clear winner tonight. Great introduction to MRC and great show for us all to see the new guy, Ben.
I'll tell you what though, those first, what was it, 35 laps or so? How insane were the races? I mean, it's very much spread out now since the pit stops, but those first 35 laps were absolutely incredible. And I'm not just saying for the lead either. Even when you had Stu, oh yeah, there's a little bit going on there between Ant and G-Star. I'm guessing that's what you're watching.
Yeah, G-Star had a bit of an overpower moment coming out of the turning, went a bit wide and Ant took advantage of that straight away, right on his gearbox.
Yeah, I'll tell you what as well. I think Saviour's just guaranteed Ben the win because Saviour's just got another 3 seconds.
Oh.
And Bobo's also just joined him. So, do you know what though? That does help Palang because Palang obviously was going to get overtaken by Bobo at the end because of the fact that he had more penalties. But now they've got the same amount. Bobo has to get him on track, which is actually going to make this battle now a whole lot more interesting because Bobo can't just sit behind him.
Oh, he's got to go for it now.
But don't forget as well,
5 laps left.
I think we're completely forgetting here that these two aren't even in the same tier in this race. One is Challenger, one is Elite. That is just how good Bobo is. Let's put that in perspective for 1 second. He's absolutely insane. But what a debut this is from Ben. There's not enough good phrases I can use to describe his race today. He's been absolutely sublime in every single department, hasn't he?
Yeah. Way, like I say, way to go. Well, this is what I've got, guys. This is what I can do.
Is he a contender for Eugenie, though?
I really don't know. I'd have to see sort of lap time sort of comparisons. I mean, as far as consistency goes, like clearly hands down.
I tell you what, though, this is. I probably come across on stream like I hate you, Jody. No, it couldn't be further from that. Like I admire him genuinely. I think you would say the same thing. Like in terms of his pace,
absolutely.
He's the person I think everyone in this league admires. Like, oh my god, I want to do what he's doing. There's no one better. But it would be so nice to see someone come and challenge him. You know?
Yeah, it's like, always good when that happens.
I want to say now, like publicly, because I think people get a bit confused or think I'm being serious when I say I want you Jody to lose. I don't want you Jody to lose because of who he is. I just want him to lose so that we have a bit of a battle, you know? Because he's insane and he's also one of the nicest people I've spoken to in this league. Absolutely, he's a joy to talk to.
Yeah,
but
it is a very big chat.
It would be lovely if Ben come in potentially and can challenge with him. I think Saviour at the start, obviously Saviour's been away a lot this season, so we haven't got to see his full potential. But at the start of the season, if I remember rightly, see what? Palang's just had a big. What am I watching here? Palang's just had a big moment at the final corner, and Bobo's gone through. He actually clipped the wall, Palang. Sorry, I was talking. I was raving on about Eugenie, and I missed it. But I tell you what, Stu, fastest lap, intermediate tyres.
Yeah, and Bobo's just run a bit wide, and Palang's got the position back. He's got a yellow.
No way, Stu's just done the fastest lap, and I think he's just binned it.
No, Prix,
it's Prix.
the one that went off track. Yeah.
Oh, so Inters is the actual better tyre. Well, actually, no, I disagree. It's not the better tyre. I think because his lap time wasn't considerably faster than the guys on the wet, I think they're very much like on the crossover. So both tyres sort of work, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's nice. So I'm surprised Bit. I don't know. Bit must have had an incident because he's just coming in and out of the pits.
Yeah, did Bobo... Where did Palang get Bobo? I missed it totally.
Got another yellow.
I think that one's Stoob. I believe it is Stoob.
Yeah, I'm on board. This dude is moving again. So,
yeah, okay, I'm pretty certain that one was Stoob that time, but huge shame for him, that's for sure. See what though, Bobo is on a charge still because he's just done the fastest first sector of this race. I'll tell you what, he's just gone for the switcheroo on Palang. Palang was very defensive. That was almost a little bit naughty. That was a little bit naughty there from Palang because he knew Bobo was there. That was a touch. That was on the edge a little bit, I think, but he's got very deep into Prix. That's going to open up the opportunity here for Bobo.
I suppose as well, with no DRS, you can't wait to the last lap and use your little DRS trick to get past. You've got to get it done and then hold on to it now.
I've got to give credit to Palang though. He's probably been the best driver in this race on traction out of corners. He's been utterly insane on that throttle pedal today, out of each corner.
Bobo's got to be careful. Really cut the inside curb coming out of 8.
Yeah, I'm really watching Bobo a lot, and he is pushing like crazy, isn't he? But he has to be so really careful that he doesn't wreck up the track limits here. But you can see he is because his rear end is slideier than
Yeah.
a man after a curry. So yeah, he's really. It's good to see him send it though, because
Yeah.
the
Oh,
one
that was close.
the one thing with Bobo is you don't ever have to see him push, especially in tier 3, because he's so far out in front that he's just it's like Eugenie in a world of his
Going
own.
through the motion. Yeah.
But now you get to see him at his very best racing under pressure, and he's a joy to watch, just like Eugenie is when he's like this.
Yeah. It's good. Good clean racing, and he's got some pace.
Yeah, but I tell you what, that the gap that Ben has now is frightening. Like, that is a Eugenie level gap. And this is in wet, and he's just posted the fastest lap to take the absolute mick as well.
And he's on the oldest set of tyres out of the top 9.
This is absolutely insane.
Well, so he's making a point. I think now this is what I'm going to bring to your league. Let's see what he can do with Eugenie.
I really, and again, this is not in a mean way at all, but I really hope Eugenie tunes in, watches this like tomorrow or something.
Yeah.
Because this could be a little bit of a kick up the butt for him. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, you know, I've got a bit of pressure because I don't know if the only saving grace for Eugenie is I think Ben's got an issue with racing every single Monday. I don't think he can make every Monday, which might cost him. But I tell you what, if he can turn up on Fridays every week, oh my God, you know, I'd be a little bit concerned. He's not even on the check-in at the minute, sadly. But we are coming on to the final lap any second now with the debutant and race leader. I'm going to call him Ben. I'm presuming his name is Ben. Like,
it's got to be Ben, hasn't it, quite frankly?
Yeah, but he will be absolutely beaming with this result. I'll tell you what, Bobo's pushed too hard. We did say, is he pushing too hard? And look, he's just cost himself the chance at P3 now by doing that. But I tell you what, hold on, what's going on with Saviour?
I don't know, but Palang is
right
well
up his
within
chart.
distance now to really have a go, and we just have a quick look. I mean, Saviour's sort of got some nice healthy battery.
I'm sure Saviour had a mammoth gap to him as well.
Oh, there's over speed.
I wonder if potentially Saviour has just sort of gone, you know what? That looked like Saviour let him go, I'll be totally honest.
I was on board with Palang, but yeah, the speed in which he went past him then was crazy.
But I'll bring you around the final 2 corners because the debutant, he's set down a marker. Are the rest of MRC going to be able to live with it heading into season 15? Yes. What a drive this has been at the Red Bull Ring, and he's won the Austrian Grand Prix. Palang will come home on track in second place. Will he hold on to second place though? I think he probably will. Yeah, I think him and Saviour have the same. Oh no, he's stopped at the line. Is he letting Saviour go back again? He is. Why have they both stopped? Well, that's not exactly legal, but okay. Bobo in P4. He wins for the Challenger tier and will be the next. I'll tell you what though, for those front 3 to be that far ahead of Ant, what a statement that is.
Yeah.
When you think about how good Ant's been now for a few seasons as well, that's an absolutely insane gap, isn't it? It really is, and G-Star's no slouch either.
No.
So G-Star will come home P6. Yes, sorry, carry on.
Comes down. That's all right. It's just some people are just a bit more gifted in the wet conditions, I guess.
Yeah, it really is the case. Single track will be P7, P8 for Mrc-X. Freddie Olsen and Carl are the last 2 to cross the line. Don't crash it deliberately over the line. I did see that attempt there, Freddie. And then Carl will be in P4.
Oh.
Wow.
So
I'll tell you what, for a wet 100% race, that is probably one of the best you're going to see.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and not even a hint of the safety car. I mean, how's that?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't even like get really a worry about one, really, did we?
No,
But
not even the virtual.
I've just skipped the podium celebration, so Martin's gonna absolutely kill me. But what a debut it is for Ben, the winner. He has won his first race in MRC. Palang in second, Xavier third. Bobo wins for the challenger tier, which now puts him 22 points behind Stoop heading into the final race. Anton P5, G-Star P6, Single Track P7, Wumax P8. Mahmood in P9, which is a great drive considering he had two disconnections as well. Armar in P10, Stube 11th, Law P12, Bit in P13, pretty awesome P14, and Smith is your final finisher in P15. Dare I need to ask you for a driver of the day?
No, I don't think so. I
Because
think the
I think we're both
evidence
going
is
to
there.
agree that the race winner is the driver of the day.
Yeah, I think we're going to go for Ben. We're taking it as Ben. Yeah, I fully endorse Ben.
Yeah, I mean, based off the evidence today, Eugenie probably has a bit of brown stuff running down his leg at the minute, so we'll see. But then we know Eugenie under pressure just becomes a different beast altogether, doesn't he? So
Yeah,
we will
we
soon find
might see another level.
out. But every tier now just has two races to go. Mrc-X has one, and that is next Friday. We still do have a title to be decided, the challenger title between Stoop and Bobo, and you certainly do not want to miss it because title showdowns at Silverstone in MRC history have always been interesting, controversial. If you when I won the title there, that was something. But yeah, but yeah, you don't want to miss that. But don't forget, I think all titles in all tiers now have been concluded. But you still don't want to miss it. We'll bring you good entertainment all the way through. There's still good battles for constructors championships and for second place in championships. And yeah, so make sure you tune in. I will be back Monday at 7 o'clock for tier two with a chatty duck. I think you've got a week off, if I'm not mistaken, Steve. I think you have.
Do I? I haven't actually looked.
I'm pretty
I
certain you
thought
have a
we
week
were
off.
racing, but you're probably right. I never know the dates or anything. I just wait until I get an invite.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty certain. Well, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty certain you have a week
I'm
off.
just gonna look.
But
It's probably got the date on there.
yeah.
So,
Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you all for watching. Have a good night, and we'll see you next week. See you later.
see you later.